Ideas spark change, journeys shape destinies, and conversations, well, they bind us through shared purpose. Welcome to EIL Samvaad, where conversations meet connections. We bring you compelling conversations with the leaders and visionaries who have not only shaped the course of EIL, but also left an enduring mark on the engineering landscape of the nation. Today, we are privileged to host one such stalwart whose journey reflects unwavering resilience, wisdom, and steadfast dedication. We have with us today Ms. Jayati Ghosh, a true pillar of EIL's growth story. Jayati ma'am's illustrious career spans over whooping 35 years of technical ingenuity and engineering excellence. As Executive Director of EIL's Process Design and Development Division, she has been instrumental in driving some of the company's most critical mega-scale projects while pioneering the adoption of cutting-edge technologies and engineering processes. She also serves as a director on the board of Certification Engineers International Limited, CEIL, a subsidiary of EIL. Beyond her professional achievements, Jayati ma'am is a celebrated performing artist and an active member of several cultural institutions, including the India International Centre. Deeply committed to nurturing young minds, she devotes her time teaching theatre and music to children. Representing India on various international cultural missions across North America, Europe, and Asia, she has promulgated India's rich cultural tapestry to the farthest corners of the world. Today, we explore her inspiring journey and draw from her wealth of knowledge and experience. Ma'am, a very, very warm welcome to EIL Samvaad.
Thank you very much, Mudita. Thank you.
How does it feel like being here, ma'am?
See, I have to tell you the story of how I heard about EIL. And when I was in chemical engineering, we are pursuing the graduation course. That is the time I came to know somebody who was in EIL. And he talked about EIL and how they are building the whole hydrocarbon architecture of India.
Great. But before we begin with all other set of questions, ma'am, I would really like to compliment you that you're looking extremely beautiful. And if I may take the opportunity to say that Ami tumake bhalobashi. So to begin with, ma'am, the first question, I think one of the most cherished days of one's lifetime are the youthful days, the young days, the childhood days. Let me take you back to the memory lane, Bachpan ke din. If you could please tell us how you reflect back on your, childhood days.
See, I was from Calcutta. I am actually from Calcutta. It was a tough time. We had a very large family. I grew up in a family of 23 cousins together, and there was always जिसको कहते हैं हलचल लगी रहती थी. My family shifted from East Pakistan that time.
Oh.
We were living in a refugee colony. There were nothing much, only us to celebrate. We did not have any material comfort, not that way a very well planned, thought about, structured training to grow, what to become in your life. We just had each other and a tremendous fun and fight and love.
Oh, ma'am, how beautifully you have put it. The most beautiful line, I can sense the emotions behind it, that we celebrated ourselves. We had nothing much to but to celebrate ourselves. Immensely beautiful, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to the next question, ma'am. How did you and EIL cross paths? Or did you always aspire to be an engineer? And there's also an artist hidden inside of you. So when was the time that you realized there's an artist in me, and there's also an engineer in me?
So the artist part is from my birth, because as I was born in a Bengali family, and my mother was a fantastic, fabulous singer. And to keep us bonded and disciplined. She made the culture of sitting for rivas every day at a certain time. So, it was initially regimented, which became a part of me, part of all my cousins. And this is how we started. So, the artist was always there. As I told you that we used to celebrate ourselves, 2 drops of rain and we used to start our dance and song. So, ourselves.
Sounds so musical to
Yeah.
me right now as
So,
well.
so it was like this. However, for the career, as I told you, there was not that kind of pressure or aspiration or to say you go this way. So, we were left on our own to choose things. There was always my parents and my uncle and aunts, they said do whatever you want to do. I actually aspired to be a microbiologist.
Lovely.
And when I started studying biochemistry and microbiology, I understood that that's not my cup of tea. So, I shifted. So, engineering happened by chance, but when it happened by chance, I realized that that is the flair I have. And it's just like you always you have those surs and talas which are structured. In engineering, 2 plus 1 becomes 3, and sometimes it can become slightly different with some innovation. So, both the things kind of,
They went hand in hand.
yeah, they went hand in hand, no fight.
Oh, lovely, ma'am.
So,
And then, ma'am, how did you happen to join EIL? I mean, EIL is one of the dream employers for many of the people out
yes,
there.
yes.
So, how did you and EIL cross paths?
As I started, there was one person I knew in our neighborhood. He was working for EIL and he talked about EIL. And from that time, I knew that maybe I will go there.
Okay.
And so, when the career went to that position, that point where everybody is searching jobs and all, we did the same. And fortunately, I was one of the toppers. EIL used to interview only 2 that time, the first and second, and I came in. It's my sheer luck that whatever I dreamt,
Lucky
I
for
could
EIL
achieve.
as well, and lucky for all of us too, ma'am. That's why we are sitting
I
here
think it's
together.
all, yeah, but
It's all
whatever
destined.
I am today, I think many of us, it's because of EIL.
I also owe it to EIL, ma'am.
Yeah,
It's all destined, I would
yes,
say, rather.
yes, yes, absolutely. And so much of mentoring at every stage we got. So, that's what it is.
Ma'am, you have spearheaded several flagship projects of EIL. I think Dangote refinery, BS6, HMEL, Mongolia refinery to name a few. A special mention of these projects because they have not only elevated EIL's brand as a global engineering powerhouse, but they have also altered the global engineering dynamics. Also, ma'am, EIL is globally renowned for delivering end-to-end technological solutions to the most critical and complicated engineering problems. So, while pursuing these projects, did you ever encounter any special situation where, you know, we went overboard or we improvised something, we did something that we have never done before to meet clients' need?
Let me take the question with an example.
Sure.
You started with the example of Dangote refinery, and yes, that is the project which brought EIL in the forefront. And see, whatever we say that we created the energy architecture of India, when you go abroad, when you go overseas, one of the example of overseas project where we have done everything to make that happen, Dangote is the example, and that has enhanced EIL's brand value so much. Anybody looks at it and says that if somebody can deliver a project of 20 billion US dollar, it's they are worth something.
Definitely, ma'am.
So, Dangote was a case, it's Nigeria, the unknown country.
And a very tough side, I would say.
It's a very tough site. It is a place where industrial development is
very limited.
very limited, Availability of material, you can say almost zero. Engineering capability, yes, people, Nigerians are doing great things outside, but not in the country. There is no skill set, there is no understanding of future, and that is the place we started. It was such a beautiful story that the job started with a 23 million refinery. A person who is a dreamer, Mr. Aliko Dangote, he decided that he will build this refinery to make Nigeria self-sufficient. Such a proud moment to become associated with that project. It was like this, that whatever the world has made, you have to go one notch above. So, for each and every deliberation we used to have, we used to see what is the vendor capability, how much they have done, and let us go one notch up, not by taking risk, with full assurance that it can be done. It was a beautiful amalgamation of what you say licensor, is a technology licensor and also the engineering company. We used to sit together. It was a real concurrent engineering, where whatever licensor was suggesting, we used to evaluate it and tell that let us try to do it in this way, so that we bring value and there is a project execution ease. Fortunately, the team was so open for taking suggestion from each other. The licensor who was UOP, they also respected us for our execution capability and our vendor database. So, together we built it. We used to sit hours to deliberate how to transport equipment from various shores to Nigeria, how it will get installed. Because of the skill set limitation, we had to package many things. With all this, there is today a refinery which is standing, operating, very tall. The refinery gone into a capacity expansion when the project was in execution stage. From 460 kbpst, it went up to 650.
Now, I remember, ma'am, because I was also a part of the
Yes.
Dangote refinery.
Yes.
We worked together in the project, and it was a barren land. It was so difficult a terrain that, you know, you have to think so many times, you scratch your brain to put up and build up
Yes.
those structures. The soil was so poor.
Yes.
So, there were a lot of challenges.
Lots of challenges, and I think it was a marvelous work, and that can be done only through collaboration.
Of course, ma'am.
And we just collaborated. From the other side, Dangote, they brought a group of people who are from different organizations. Because of this, there were some problems, some pros and some cons also. Cons are, there was no clear mandate coming out, but the pros are, so many people came with so much of learning. So, we sat together, we deliberated each and every point, and whatever came out to be the best suitable for the project, that was adopted. There was no code standard of that country. We had to reinvent, develop, adapt the international standards somewhere, whatever we are doing in India, which is suitable for that country, we brought them together. So, it was such a beautiful journey.
And this was a learning trip,
Yeah,
I would say.
yes.
We learned a lot in that
Yes.
project.
And it was 7 days a week, at least
Absolutely,
12
ma'am.
hours a day.
Absolutely, ma'am.
At least 12 hours
And
a
I
day.
hope, I'm sure you must remember that all the meetings of the Dangote project were programmed for Sundays,
Yes.
so that we used to save on our man hours.
Yes. And I think that showed how resilient and also how nimble EIL can be. And we were all so committed to meet the date. Finally, due to various other reasons, the project got delayed, but that was not on engineering or design.
It was absolutely brilliant, because everybody, each and every individual of EIL and our stakeholders as well, we have risen to the occasion to deliver what a client was requiring.
Yes.
Great, ma'am.
So that is one experience, I think, till the time I live, I will cherish. And we questioned our own how we work, because a 29 million refinery is something which we have single train. Why we? Nobody in the world has done.
Yes, one of the largest, I would say.
And we have, there were some places where UOP was not initially convinced. Then we had to rework and show that if you follow the standard design concept, you need to make a unit which is 2 kilometers long. They fell in place, and they said, we understand, let's redo things. So, and there was another beautiful thing, there was no discipline, discipline wise there was no barrier. Everybody used to put their mind and give a solution.
I agree to it, ma'am, absolutely.
So it became driven by human excellence and human skill and the human resources.
Would you like to also reflect on any of the other projects that you have done? Any special encounters, maybe challenges that you've come across?
Yeah, see, there are many like this. If you look at Mongol refinery, after Dangote, a 29 million refinery, we got a job under LOC, which was 1.5 MMTP. Whatever we learnt in Dangote, we had to unlearn.
Okay,
unlearn. No, we need to unlearn.
Okay.
Because Dangote was biggest.
Yes, yes, and this is like 1.5.
This is smallest.
That way.
And the ambient condition. Ambient condition was completely different. There is another very important project I would like to tell. See, EIL was always part and parcel of the Government of India policy, and we have always risen to the occasion whenever there is a requirement from Government of India. So the BS6 project came at one point of time, where we executed all. Personally, I executed 6 of the refineries simultaneously. There were probably 25 to 27 units, out of which around 19 units, 17 to 19 units were new. They were all located at 6 different corners of India. We had to reinvent how to select licensor, how to make a design which is very much compatible, and also use how to use repeat engineering, to use our old database to make it faster, because there was a Supreme Court date which we had to meet. In spite of that, we brought new technology, which is a sulfuric acid, wet sulfuric acid technology, which has come first time in India. It's a state of the art, one of a kind unit. And now people are, we ushered in that change, and now people are following the same footstep. Many people are.
For the ease of the audience and understanding of the audience, I would like to emphasize on this, ma'am. You said it so casually and normally, 6 refineries simultaneously, 19 to 20 units simultaneously. That's so easy to say, but so difficult to do.
I think 25 units.
Commendable, ma'am. It's absolutely commendable.
Yes, and we had to reinvent how to make tenders, how to make MRs, how to get jobs done simultaneously, fitting to the requirement, and changing, moderating wherever it is required, but maintaining uniformity. So that is one fantastic challenge we have faced together, and we met the date, in spite of COVID coming in between.
Exactly, that was a very what should I say, very bad time that humanity has faced.
Yes, and That is one. Another very interesting learning was in Kochi refinery. It
IREP.
was no, it is IREP. Yes,
IREP.
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 So very large project together. There were other challenges. Knowing Kochi, we know there are challenges of various other challenges. So the project team again and BPCL rose to the occasion, and we delivered it. The project was spread over the whole Kochi refinery. It was so difficult to manage that project because it was spread over. Some operating units are there, we are working just at the side, and we did it.
I know, ma'am. No matter how many challenges are dawned upon EIL, EIL as a team always come out with flying
Yes,
colors.
yes, of course.
So,
of course.
so lovely to hear the behind the scenes, the difficult times that the entire team has had while doing these projects. Great. Now moving on to another question, ma'am. This is quite a personal one. Ma'am, I know how much you love to reflect back on the society and how much you love to do the social work without letting anyone know, but we have spied on you and we got to know that you teach art and culture to many students, young kids in schools and elsewhere also. Can you please tell us more about it?
Look, Mudita, I believe one thing, that today's world is very, very harsh. It's very competitive, very different. Most of the children are being grown up in a nuclear family.
Yes.
And what keep them grounded or is the art and culture. That flair must be there to give a holistic education. It's okay, you compete, you go to Fiji, but finally you need to be a good human being and happy human being. And that is what has, I am fortunate to know few people who thought that my help will be good, and we are working with lot of children from various strata of the society. But when they come to learn music or theatre, there is no social barrier, and they don't even come to know whose parents do what, which background they are coming from. So we know, that is why we are cautious that they should mix together.
As they say, art has no boundaries.
There should not be
There
any
should not
boundary.
be.
Yes.
Great, ma'am.
So that is what, and it is required today for the mental health of each and everybody, even the parents.
Ma'am, I'll ask you a couple of questions about your art and culture and your interest towards this. So, this bent of mine towards art as an artist, you would say, has it ever influenced the leadership style that you carry?
Yes, of course.
And how has it?
See, art teaches you to be compassionate, and also it enhances the, if you say something called EQ, it enhances that part. And the leadership style today is not a very dominating, it has to moderate, it has to change based on situation. Nobody can say I have this leadership style. You know, art and culture makes you more flexible, and you can change yourself as and when it is required. And as a woman, I, in my art and culture also, I like to talk about women, their stories. They are celebrating their stories, their achievements, because probably today we have to still take some more miles than probably our counterparts.
I totally agree to it, ma'am.
Yeah. So that is what I believe, and I think leadership has to be very multidimensional. and definitely our art and culture brings that multi-dimension layer into the leadership.
I'm just
So-
sitting next to you, I'm already feeling that calmness, as if I'm wearing, I'm sitting in, what should I say, musical setup, some sitar is playing, already feeling that calmness and serenity and tranquility. Maybe that's your aura, or demeanor, I would say.
You know,
Ma'am, they usually say that, you know, our brain has two parts, right brain and the left brain.
Yes.
Pardon me if I'm wrong, the right one is for the creative bent and the left one is for technical.
yeah.
So how have you managed to keep both of them active at the same time?
No, but it is actually not like that. Both the sides of the brain operate. It's not one is dumb. It is not. We are. It is what happens is you need to. What you say? You should have the bent of mind and think that there are 24 hours in a day, and without this creativity, I will not be what I am. You just have to believe on yourselves and say that yes, I can do it. You will be able to manage.
On that note, ma'am, comes another question. Has the artist inside you ever overpowered the engineer, or vice versa? The engineer inside you has overpowered while performing anything on stage, the artist?
See, it's very difficult to completely make a watertight compartment, but I've tried to make a watertight compartment. It was always a tightrope walk between the two parts, and I will say, if I may, my mother-in-law helped me. I was just telling you that I like to celebrate women's stories. So, women only help women, and that is how it works.
That should be always the case,
Yes.
ma'am.
So, my mother-in-law helped to keep that balance. You have to make a collaborator within family who will dream your own dream,
Lovely. You
And-
have put it so beautifully.
and she has done it. She was always with me, and she told, okay, go on, I'm there, ask me for help if you need.
It's always so comfortable and soothing to know that someone has your back and you have
Yes,
someone's back.
Yes, and mainly when you bring up children, there is so much of responsibility. It's you have to do it, but then
course.
somebody says I'm there is
That
enough.
eases out everything.
Yes.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Yeah.
So true. So, ma'am, what advice would you give to the other people, to the youngsters who are working in the strenuous environments that corporates have these days, to pursue their hobbies or passions beyond work? And how should they go by it?
Yeah, I think many people do it. You yourself do it.
Thank you. ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
there are
I try to.
many people who, and I think it's absolutely necessary to do it, but you should not take advantage of that and make it a plea of not doing your job.
Designated job.
Yes, because the profession and passion should go hand in hand. Sometimes one takes back seat, let it go to the back seat, but don't lose it ever. Keep it burning. So that's all, and young people like you are much smarter, they know probably little more balance than what you used to have.
Zehn Naseer, ma'am, but we are always learning. We are in the learning phase only.
Yeah, everybody learns.
Okay, moving on to the next question, ma'am. Some of the key terms that are the talk of town, not just talk of the town, but rather talk of the globe, are like climate change, global energy transition, rise of sunrise sectors that are reshaping the energy landscape of today. So, from EIL's POV point of view and perspective, ma'am, how do you feel EIL is positioning itself to harness these upcoming opportunities?
I think EIL has strategically positioned itself with its engineering excellence right where it is supposed to be. Because we are very good in complex engineering. And if you look at it, this climate change, today it may may be a very far-fetched idea, but actually it is not. We are seeing, isn't it, this rain anytime, anywhere, cloud bursts. So people cannot ignore it ever.
It's more like a part and parcel of our
Yes.
life and very unpredictable.
And yes, and we cannot ignore, and we should not, we must not ignore. So it is already there. EIL has positioned themselves in the renewable bio. We have also made a collaboration for solar with one of the companies.
So we are already working
We
on
are working on this.
future ready solutions.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And we have
And-
also we recently had the India Energy Week where EIL played a pivotal role.
Yes.
And I think we are planning the upcoming Energy Week in January next year in Goa.
Yes, and we are not a hydrocarbon company anymore.
Yes.
We are actually an energy company,
Energy
because
company.
that is what is required. We are in the hydrogen, we are in the green hydrogen, green ammonia, we are even thinking how to transport them. We are getting into decarbonization, how to use the carbon dioxide. We are working in all these areas, either alone or together with some collaborator. I think that is how we have positioned ourselves correctly. And also, we are masters in hydrocarbon, there is no doubt.
No doubt.
And hydrocarbon will remain. What happens is energy demands are growing, so there will be the parallel energy sources, the other energy sources will give the incremental energy, but hydrocarbon will also stay. What we are doing, we are working on various possible potentials of how to make them more efficient, more productive and less carbon intensive. Lot of recycling, molecular level valorization, electron level valorization, all these are happening. So I think we are in right place, right time, and you see all our engineers are also getting very much enthused to work on this, and we are delivering projects. The Assam biorefinery is an example where we almost from bench scale, which licensor has given, we have made it. So I think we are in right position.
We are at the right track.
Yes, yes, we are at right track, and we should continue doing this.
Great.
But we should not leave hydrocarbon.
That will remain our core
That
competency.
will remain, and we can do much better than what we are doing today. We are striving to
We
do
have
that.
mastered that field, I
Yes,
would
yes.
say, and we are exploring the other
Yes, yes.
avenues. Ma'am, EIL has always been delivering excellence through its people as its tagline, and human capital has always been EIL's greatest asset. So for a person like you who has been associated with EIL for such a long time, what are your thoughts on EIL's culture and legacy, and of course its future potential?
You see how we learnt. EIL had fantastic mentors. When we came and joined as fresh graduates, first thing we learned how to work together. And we were just fresh from college, but those senior people took us in the fold, and we used to have so much of technical deliberation. They have guided us all through. Whenever we changed from one domain to another domain, there were domain experts who used to say, stay till 7 o'clock, after that I will tell you what happens in this domain. And this culture of nurturing, mentoring, and also learning from your role model, that helped EIL. EIL's, the people who are, we call ex-EILian, they are so helpful even today. You pick up a phone and ask, do you remember what you did there? They will tell you.
I will also add, ma'am, I also remember the beauty of EIL, I would say in a sentence, that every door was approachable.
Yes.
There was no seniority and inaccessibility of anyone.
Yes.
You can go and ask any sort of question. There were always people who were helping you and clearing your doubts all the time, I would say.
Yes. And also the flair of adapting technology. We are so good in this, we are adapting and we are always doing some value addition to whomsoever bringing a technology.
Yes.
And I think that is accepted in the whole world. Every licensor accepts that yes, if it is through EIL, we get to know many things. I think it's all, and also the companies whom we grew with, you know, together, all our collaborators,
Yes.
our stakeholders. So always it is a very cross learning used to happen, and that is how we could build such mega projects, complicated projects. I think that is the take, and I think we should only continue doing this, nurturing and mentoring.
The bait is in our hands, ma'am, from
Yes,
you, and we'll
yes.
continue to deliver the same. We'll try to, at
Yes,
least. Now, this is a very personal question from a women to women, ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, have you ever thought your gender has ever been an obstacle in the corporate world? Has there been any situation where you felt that had I been a male, things would have been a little different?
Not that way, but you know, our role change when we become a mother. Okay, motherhood is something where you need to nurture the baby. I think that break all women should take. It's a good break. It's a good way to you know, flow your energy into something else. But within organization, we have never faced, and today also I tell people, younger generation, that always take opportunity. You see, today we are headed by a person who's a woman.
Yes.
I remember her, her child was maybe 6 months. She has gone for a foreign assignment for a few months. Same thing happened to me. Same thing happened to everybody who was willing to take that challenge. As women, we should take challenge. But don't try to be in such a zone where you repent, because both the things are very important, your career, your family. And the working of home and world, joining them together, is the job of women. And that is why we are different. We are diverse, we are more
wow women.
innovative.
We are wow women.
We are women and we are powerful.
That's why I always say you
Yeah.
have that extra wow to the
Yes.
men.
Yes. No, they are also fantastic.
They are fantastic too.
Yeah, we complement each other, but we are more powerful because we can balance
Multiple
both
things,
these.
yes, both these.
Both these.
You've already answered my next question, that EIL as an organization, how does it promote gender parity?
See, we never, like today, I'm in a position where I need to send people in various places. But I always give a chance. If somebody wants not to take a chance, it's up to her. But everybody should be given equal chance. We were given equal chance. There were at one point of time our seniors that trusted on us that they will deliver. So there is no glass ceiling. I don't think, I do not believe that there is a glass ceiling in EIL.
And I think EIL empowers its
Yes.
employees in general,
Yes.
and women also,
Yes,
to take
and
up challenging roles and
of
to
course.
grow in their careers.
And it is not only traveling somewhere. We spent our time nights at site. Nobody stopped us. They said that, look, don't go there. There is something called Company Act, but be limited. We used to stay till 12 o'clock at night, go to hotel, back at 4 o'clock. And we did it for months together. during commissioning.
Back in those days, imagining
Yeah.
it right now also, I
Yeah.
feel it must have been a bit difficult.
No, difficulty is in mind. You just say there is no difficulty. I need to do it, and you will do it.
Thank you, ma'am. But we won't let you go without any final words of wisdom for our younger audience, younger engineers out there.
I don't think I have any wisdom to share. I can only share the experience. I will just tell them that EIL is a great organization. It's not only us. You go abroad, you go to any country, there is you will find somebody who has worked with EIL, and you started saying, "No, wow, it's the wow EIL." They say, "Oh, you are from EIL? Oh." So this wow factor is there. And relate with the company, love the company, be passionate about the company, and be passionate about yourself. Trust yourself, have confidence on you, and everything will be done.
Absolutely, ma'am. Wow. That's all I can
Wow
say
to
in
you.
one word. Wow.
Yes.
Ma'am, that was really wonderful to have you here and to
Thank
listen to your valuable insights, the journey that shows it is a testament of power of vision and engineering ingenuity. As the world of engineering continue to evolve, your perspectives will surely inspire many professionals to embrace innovation while staying rooted in purpose. So I, on behalf of the entire EIL, take this opportunity to thank you in person for everything that you have done for us, for the company, for the country, and for simply being you, the magical person that you are. It was an absolute pleasure having you here, ma'am. I'm pretty sure you must have had a very contented life, very magnificent life till date. But from here on as well, I wish you an absolutely amazing life ahead. A very healthy, a very blessed, a very happy life.
Thank you, Modita. Thank you so very much. I will still remain an EILian. Maybe ex, but yes, because what we are today, it is because of EIL.
Once an EILian, always an EIL.
Always a EILian. Thank
It
you.
was great to have you here, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you inspiring conversations with the visionaries who are shaping the engineering landscape of our nation, only on EIL Samvaad.